Hello everyone, and welcome to Kevin's Seventh Heaven. As you can see by the title, our subject today has a morbid bent. That is, death. I do not have a particular fear of death, but that doesn't mean that I want it to happen anytime soon, either. I am just very comfortable with the fact that I am mortal, and that death is a part of life. Part of the things I do at Spearfish United Methodist Church is run sound and video at funerals, and I have seen enough of them being hastily planned that I know that I at least want to have what should happen on paper for mine, so that only the logistics need to be figured out. It is much easier to make something happen when you know what that something is. So I have a flash drive that has the in-depth plan for my funeral on it that I will once in a while make changes to. Whatever the version is when I do kick the bucket is what I hope will be my funeral. I found this to be a valuable exercise in taking a lot of the fear we can have in life out of the equation, at least for me. I do have a bucket list as well, but planning out what I want the lesson of my funeral to be is far more helpful. First off, I want to be cremated. The box I want my cremains to be in should look like the box the Little Prince asked the pilot to draw for him in The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. In the story, the Little Prince asked the pilot to draw him a sheep. The first couple drawings are to this or to that according to the prince. The pilot then draws a box with 3 holes in it and says the sheep he wants is inside, which delights the Little Prince. The box then acts almost like Schrodinger's box, which means the contents are as alive or dead as the person outside the box's imagination or memory can conceive them to be. As of this taping, here is the program for the funeral. It starts off with preludes with all kinds of songs that I love, like The Age of Not Believing and Rainbow Connection. I have always loved the idea of the New Orleans/Southern funeral, so the procession of my family will be to a slow yet jazzy version of Just a Closer Walk with Thee. Then everyone will sing the Unitarian Universalist hymn, Gathered Here in the Mystery of the Hour. Next someone will read, All Too Often We Trace the Geometries of Our Walled Gardens, by Unitarian Universalist John Gibb Millspaugh. Next will be a recording of me singing Japanese Bowl by Peter Mayer, followed by the only verse from the Bible, which will be Ephesians 5:21, because I think it explains what the whole Bible should be about in one sentence. Be subject to one another, out of reverence for Christ. And then a video of me, or someone else singing, You'll Never Walk Alone. We will then turn to a lawn reading I compiled from The Little Prince. It includes a summary of the start of the story, the sheep and box, the rose, the fox, and the Little Prince's departure. Next will be a time for people to share stories, and then the main speech by an officiant. Next, a recording of me singing I Believe by Irvin Drake and others, followed by a reading of Invictus by William Ernest Henley, and then a recording of me singing The Impossible Dream. Finally, these words of the 14th Dalai Lama will be read. This, then, is my true religion, my simple faith. In this sense, there is no need for its temple or church, for mosque or synagogue, no need for complicated philosophy, doctrine, or dogma. Our own heart, our own mind is the temple. The doctrine is compassion, love for others and respect for their rights and dignity, no matter who or what they are. Ultimately, these are all we need. So long as we practice these in our daily lives, then no matter if we are learned or unlearned, whether we believe in Buddha or God, or follow some other religion or none at all, as long as we have compassion for others and conduct ourselves with restraint out of a sense of responsibility, there is no doubt we will be happy. Next, the congregation will sing Let There Be Peace on Earth, followed by the commendation of me into the afterlife, which will then follow a video of me singing My Way. Then the recessional will be a jovial, jazzy version of Just a Closer Walk with Thee, mixed with when the saints go marching in. I have yet to think about whether I care what food is served at a lunch or where my ashes end up resting. Thank you all for listening, and I encourage you to take a look at what exercise you can do to lessen your fear of dying someday. It really helps you take each moment of this life as special, no matter the circumstance. Please like, comment, subscribe, and set that notification bell to all. It truly helps a lot. Anyway, ta-ta for now. Love you all.